Hello there. My name is Rolly, and I am here to share to you something very helpful to you as a Thai national. I was a teacher for 16 years until in 2014. I was a teacher in the Philippines for 6 years, 1 year in China, and about, shall I say, 9 years in Thailand, right? That's a lot of years to teach. And my students can follow me on Facebook, and they are still with me, and I'm still helping them. Since 2014, my job has changed, and I now teach scripture. I thought I can get away with teaching English. However, some friends come to me for help, to help them with their conversational skills. And so right now, I am helping them to learn English with their conversation so that they can improve their English. But I no longer teach the way I used to, because I only teach English through scripture. Now let me tell you why. Why scripture? This is what I'm saying. Free let's or learn English through scripture. Why teach English through scripture? For 2 reasons. Okay? Now, scripture has everything you need for your learning English. It has vocabulary, grammar, reading, listening, and even for conversation. All right? For example, in here, you can see that, for example, that text in Proverbs 9:9 can be translated into Thai language like this. Okay? But then you can also have other English translations. There are actually 59 English translations in here, from easy English, from the easiest one to the hardest one, from the oldest English to the latest English. And so you can learn a lot. All right? You can learn stories from the scripture. For example, you can just search here for stories, and you can have a lot of them on YouTube. Okay? Now, let us have some example from YouTube. And it has also some subtitles that you can review, and you can follow with your pronunciation and reading.
Jonah was a wise old man who lived in Israel long, long ago. He was loved and respected by the people. Everybody came to him to solve their problems, and he gave them wise advice. God loved him because he was a good man and he helped his fellow beings. Jonah loved God. He followed his teachings and prayed to God all the time. Nineveh was a neighboring country of Israel. The people in this country were known to be very evil. They did not follow God. They did bad things. They were cruel, greedy, and were always fighting with other people. Because of this, God was angry with the people of Nineveh. One day, God spoke to Jonah and called for his service.
Jonah, I have something to tell you.
My Lord, I am lucky to be of your service. Tell me.
Now you can fast forward, for example, like this one.
They had a god for the sun, another god for the moon, another for the ocean, and so on. Jonah saw this, but he did not. Everybody on the ship was very scared and began to cry out loud to their gods. The men on the ship were surprised to see Jonah sleeping peacefully while
torn apart. Wake up and pray to your God. We have been praying to our
whole world.
Did you do anything?
That's why he's angry at me.
Now what should we do?
There is nothing else to do. You have no other option but to throw me off the ship, and then the storm will go away. My God will leave you alone.
No, we cannot do that. You're a good man. Out and see.
But the storm did not go away. There is no use in doing this. Throw me into the water. Save yourself.
I hope your God keeps you safe.
When the sailors realized that they had no other option, they threw Jonah off the ship into the sea. And like a miracle, the storm subsided. The sea was calm all of a sudden. Just at that moment, a big whale came up and swallowed Jonah. Jonah was scared like never before. He was in the dark and cold. There was a horrible smell around him. Also, it was slimy and all kinds of things were floating around him. It was then that he realized that he was inside a whale. Jonah could not believe this was happening to him, but realized that God was doing all of this. Jonah spent 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the whale. He prayed the whole time to God. He was asking for forgiveness and promised that he would never try to. This was so stupid of him.
Now, you can shorten that story. Now you know how powerful it is to use scripture, okay? So basically, I teach scripture for 2 reasons. First, that I said, because of the English language is full of vocabulary from the scripture, okay? And we have rich materials for learning your skills, speaking, vocabulary, and even listening and conversation. So there is a lot to learn English from the scripture. The second reason I am teaching English through scripture is because of the principles from the scripture are very applicable to any people at all times, to any nationality, to any religion. And that is very wonderful. All right. And actually, it gives me a right mental attitude, especially this COVID-19 pandemic. And so I'm giving this for free. If you are that kind of person who is at the intermediate level, like high school or university level, or even at the advanced level. Now, my experience in 16 years of teaching from kindergarten to university level in 3 countries can really help you improve your English language. Now, you might understand and think and ask, why me being a non-native speaker of English? Well, there are a lot of advantages. because I have been, all right, or being a non-native speaker of English, I actually understand the struggle of non-native English speakers or non-native speakers of English. And so I can easily sympathize with your speed, with your pronunciation, and being there, I have been there and I did it, and I can show you how I did it. All right, so just contact me on the details below, on my contact details on Facebook. And so I am here to actually help you. See you there again, Raleigh. Have a good day.